Good morning. Right now it is 9:59. 9:59 on a Monday. I have my friends with Bay Area Raceway here in studio. We're going to be learning about a really cool event they have going on next Monday. If you're watching on social media or you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and you're going back and checking out everything that's going on, Monday the 17th, go to Bay Area Raceway. You can help a ton of people by giving blood, and we're going to be learning everything else they have going on. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's 10 o'clock. On a Monday, this is Kickstart. I'm Gardy. I got some friends in studio. I'm going to let them introduce themselves and share who they are here with today.
Hi, I'm Tabitha with Bay Area Raceway, and we got Summer here.
Yep. Hi, Summer with Bay Area Raceway.
What's up, guys? How y'all been?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, since I have seen y'all last, I've been practicing my video games. and
still suffering.
My racing skills up and down 610. You know, there's a lot of construction going on, so I feel like I'm really getting a lot better. So I may be down for a new challenge in the future.
Absolutely.
We're ready.
And we got our new carts, too. We
have
our
got new carts?
Oh, we have our pro carts.
What does that mean? Okay, I hear pro, and I'm thinking,
oh, they're
just
amazing.
Super fast.
Mm-hmm. So they're a Formula One style. There's 4 of them, and we have 4 built for the U.S. right now with Schaller. And it's pretty exciting. They are twice as fast as our super carts.
Really?
So, yeah, and especially on our turn-by-turn track. It's a steel beam concrete track. It's pretty rare for you to get a commercial go-kart this fast. So it's pretty amazing. We've been very excited about them, and they've had such a wonderful response, and it's been a lot of fun.
Are they safe?
Yo, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a little bit dangerous? Because I like to feel like, at least tell me it is. I know it's 100% safe.
They're fast. Now, the danger's going to come with your skill, whether you're a bad driver or not.
A little bit. I'm a risk taker if I need to be.
It's a lot of fun. You know, parents who want to really make their kids feel bad about themselves. That's
Yeah. So Bay Area Raceway, y'all are right there in Dickinson.
Yeah.
Can you share with us how long have y'all been in? And
over
what do you
25.
guys?
We'll be coming up on 26 years in May, and we've literally, we have, of course, the same location right off of 45 in the Dickinson exit, right on the bayou. So we have a beautiful piece of property, of course, and
Y'all are right there by that Jack in the Box.
yeah, I've been.
Rest in peace.
I know, right?
It looks so sad.
It really is sad.
The mini tacos. You know?
Yes. It was so bad is that that was a source of nutrients for me for all those, late nights working. And I'm like, I can't just take the 2 minutes to go and get something from Jack in the Box anymore. It's been very sad.
It's kind of messed up. That was 25 years of vitamins and nutrients and tacos.
Or lack thereof.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything your body needs.
It helped me survive these late shifts and doubles. And so, yeah.
It's basically what she lived off.
It really was.
Life.
It's so bad. It's so
why
bad.
She has poor eating habits.
It is why I have poor eating habits.
We did talk about that before we went on air. Maybe a little bit of the chicken nuggies.
Yes, it's so bad.
I'm not dogging out anybody that likes Jack in the Box, by the way.
I love
She's about to say she eats it all the time.
I don't. My husband does.
Well, yeah, that's true. Nate eats it all the time.
Yeah. Whenever my wife orders something, that's like we're eating it. It's just the way it is. Whenever you get married, it's life.
Just one.
I love it. I love it. So there's a cool event. It's taking place next Monday on President's Day, which the interesting thing about that is a lot of the schools are out in Galveston County.
Correct.
We did that on purpose.
Yes.
It's with Regional Blood Center. They are going to be joining us on the track from noon to 4 for our first ever blood drive.
Yes, we're very excited.
Blood drive. Mm-hmm. So I know that this month.
Yes.
And that you need a heart and you need blood to be alive. And so it's to do these blood drives because people need it. The hospitals need
Absolutely.
it. And there was something that you were sharing earlier. I guess that can you share that? I think there's 3 different uses for these, and some of them the shelf life is not that long.
So I think what people, and this was surprising to me because I didn't know this, but what people don't realize is when you donate blood, it actually can have the potential to save 3 people. So there's blood, plasma, and platelets. All of them have a shelf life. Plasma has a shelf life of. Yeah. So the need is definitely. And especially when you're working with something that is so sensitive, because the entire time that they're transporting the blood or these platelets, plasma, it has to shake. So it is constantly. What happens when blood stops moving? It coagulates. It has to shake and it can be expensive, timely, costly, all those things. And then if nobody's donating, And I know that if I go into the hospital and I need the one thing that's going to save me is blood, and there's none, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So it's you don't have to go to a blood drive to give blood, which is fantastic. You can actually go into the blood center, set it online. You can do it from your app. They have made it really easy for you to give blood.
Cool. You know, one thing I want to bring up is you mentioned whenever blood stops to move, it coagulates, and I answered. I was like, yeah. Like I knew I was like, of course, everybody knows that. I had no idea.
So it clots.
Okay.
So it's just like if you were to scratch yourself, and at some point you're gonna get a scab. Well, that's that blood clotting, drying. So you stop bleeding, because if we just keep bleeding, you're just gonna bleed out.
Yeah.
This is such a weird conversation
really
for
is.
Monday morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I had a friend growing up in school, and he was good at sports, and we played and had fun together, but he had an issue where his blood did not clot like it was supposed to. So there were certain things they had to look out for, and I'm sure some different kinds of medication. Who is able to donate blood? Who is able to give blood? It's Monday, February 17th at Bay Area Raceway, but I'm an adult. I got some kids. Are they able to donate? Like, who is a candidate?
You have to be at least 16 years or older. 17 years or older without a parental consent. Those 16-year-olds, you definitely can come and give blood, but you have to have a parent with you that can say, yes, I support this. They can do this. I'm giving permission. And then there's some weight requirements that
It's 122 for anybody 18 and younger, and then 110 for anybody 19 and older.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It boils down to, are you healthy? Are you not needing to go to the doctor? Are you waking up in the morning feeling good? You're not on a ton of medications. There are some medications that you absolutely cannot give blood. So if you're dealing with some mental health issues like bipolar and those medications that you're on, you just can't. But that doesn't mean you can't be a supporter. You can't encourage your friends or your spouse or your brothers and sisters to go give blood.
Yeah. Are you scared of needles?
Yeah, well,
I know that's a funny question.
So for you people who can't see me, I'm covered in tattoos, and you would think that would be a resounding no. Yes,
Right?
I'm scared of needles. I hate needles. I've never given blood in my life, so I've actually decided that this will be the year. I will give blood.
Okay. That's awesome.
I have zero fear. I've given
You're
blood
good
so
to
many.
go?
Yeah, needles really don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I have super good veins too. Like everybody who's ever drawn blood for me, they're like, "You're the easiest person." And like you can see the blood flow through to my heart. That's how see-through I am.
Mine just shrink up.
Is that it's like, hey, compliment me
I
me
know.
some
I'm
more.
like,
Like,
I
what
have
else?
great veins. Let's do
Just walk over.
this.
See anything you like?
pretty. You got pretty veins.
That's actually that
Keep
I've
going.
been told that.
Yeah.
But because it's like they say it's so easy. Like
That's the thing.
They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you have pretty blood.
yeah, it's like they're super blue and visible, and you can see everything, and so it makes it really easy for them and me because someone's not digging around in my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bay Area Raceway in Dickinson celebrating 25 years. It'll be 26 this year, and I know y'all give back in a multitude of ways. And here's a comment that came in from Michelle. She said, speaking of donations, Bay Area Raceway generously donated some passes last year in November to the Bay Area Houston Ballet and Theater silent auction. So she said she wanted to shout you guys out and say thank you for that.
Yeah, we do try to really take effort and into our local communities, companies, businesses, anything that's going on that's going to be a local support to bring people together. So we're always happy to contribute to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to partner with our local nonprofits and charities and give back. It's really easy to give back. I just called the blood bank and said, we want to host you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I found, a lot of those need a host, like even like food drives and food banks, like the Galveston. We do some stuff with them, and I'll bring them in. But they are not necessarily. They have a pantry there that's small, but they really count on these other places to do temporary pop-up pantries
Absolutely.
or have something once a week. So they just need a place to set up and then to get the word out.
Well, and the blood bank doesn't even need a parking lot per se. Even if you have a building where they can walk in and set up chairs and do what they need to do, you could still host one potentially.
Yeah.
So asking the question is really.
Do they have one of those like RVs or vans or something that comes up?
So we'll have the big coach set up in our parking lot starting at noon on Monday, And you can come sign up. They have an app. You'll have to fill out some paperwork. The whole thing from start to finish takes about 45 minutes. The actual blood drawing part of it is 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah,
they give you cookies at the end. That's really
everybody loves a cookie.
Yeah.
But we'll also have cha-cha bowls on site at the same time, so you can even come and have lunch, support your friends who are giving blood, and and then take advantage of, we're giving away something for everybody that's giving blood.
Absolutely.
That's cool. What is it?
So for everybody who donates, gets a free laser tag pass. Even if you don't donate that day, post-event, if you go in and donate to the blood drive and show us that you did donate, we'll honor that as well. You can get a free laser tag pass and come hang out with us.
Yeah.
Laser tag is a straight-up workout.
Yeah, you're
It's
welcome.
cardio. It's so much fun. I remember being a kid and going and playing laser tag, and at that time, Bay Area Raceway didn't have laser tag yet. How long have y'all had it?
Oh, goodness. It's going on 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be 4 years in March.
It's fun.
Yeah. When you get a nice adult group in there,
Yeah.
and if you get a good 20 people and do the teams, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So I've literally, because of course I'm running the laser tag game, I've had the most fun a lot of the times when you get adults in there who just aren't really familiar with laser tag and they're really getting into it and they're just like taking to it like no other. That's always
fun
the
with
blast.
kids. 'Cause
Absolutely.
It's pretty dark. And if you maybe knock one over, they don't really know.
They don't know who it was. Like, who was it?
You would be surprised. Those little ones, though, because they're so small, they sneak up behind you and they tag you. I find that they constantly win against adults because
Really?
the adults can't see them. They're so sneaky.
Yeah.
I had a little bit in there yesterday for a private party, and I'm just sitting there giggling. He was just running away from his dad. His dad couldn't find him, and he was just shooting everybody in the back because he's so small. No one ever realized he was coming up, and so it was cracking me up.
Yeah. Who takes it more seriously? Is it the adults or the kids?
The adults,
Oh,
they
yeah.
get so offended if they're like third.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
so intense.
I'm like, relax.
Or you think you did really good, and then you're
Yes.
just like, you look at the printout and it's like, man, I'm no good. I stink.
The adults get so offended, and I'm just laughing because their kids like, yeah, all right, woo, and then go on to the next game. Meanwhile, parents are just looking at their score sheets like,
Breaking down. Where did I go wrong?
yeah, they're
You know?
like, okay, but I still had 22 hits, so that's 37%.
Yes.
And it's just like, whoa.
They're looking at their accuracy. Well, I didn't shoot as much as you, and I had a
So
the best.
maybe it's not the best to play laser tag right after you donate blood. So
Yes.
just to put out there, that laser tag pass has an expiration date from 1 year
Yes,
of the
correct.
time that
Okay.
it's issued. So you can come back. In fact, we encourage you maybe to just come back later, go take it easy for the rest of the day after you give blood, and then come back and hang out with us.
Yeah, eat some food.
I would say
Yeah.
you can, power
easy.
through some cha-cha bowls.
Yeah, have some
See how
cha-cha
you're feeling.
bowls, hang out.
So what is cha-cha bowls?
Oh, my friend.
good.
So let me just tell you my favorite dish. It's these French fries with carne asada on top, and it's just covered with cheese. And
Oh, yeah. So good.
And then they have their macaroni and cheese bowl, which is
For the-
equally as good.
My inner 5-year-old who is obsessed with that macaroni and cheese bowl with the chicken on top.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Are you hungry?
I'm a little hungry. Actually, I ate some crackers before you guys came in.
That's what they gave you on the bus.
So now I'm thinking about that.
Well-
I just tagged cha-cha bowls.
Yeah, good deal. The
That's a
cha-cha
pretty
bowls,
truck.
they-
It's
yeah,
beautiful
really
truck.
Is this
pretty.
the correct
Yep.
one?
Yes. It's a gorgeous
It's a legit truck.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're Dickinson partner.
They're local.
They're down the street from the track.
Okay.
So he also has his deli and like a brick and mortar, and then he has his truck that comes and sees us. So he hangs out pretty regularly. We actually put that's one of our goals this year was to get more food trucks in. So we put it
Absolutely.
on our calendar, on our events calendar, on our website, and we talk about it on our social media.
Mm-hmm.
So we do try and get food trucks there for our guests to make it really convenient for them. But yeah, come try cha-cha bowls.
Yeah.
So good.
So y'all in Tapas Dominicanas, we've done a lot of stuff with them now. Like had them at our events, and whenever we've seeked them out at different
Yeah, they're
places. So
good.
thank you for that. That's
They're such good
legit.
people, too.
You know
Yeah.
that? Did you try the mac and cheese empanada?
I've tried literally everything on their truck I've eaten.
So good.
Cheeseburger. I've had.
And it's such a the way that he does his meats and it's different.
Yeah.
It is something different, and
very
it's
Dominican.
very good. It's so good.
On Friday night for Valentine's Day, we'll have Good Grub truck.
Yes, Good Grub's going to be there. It's going
Yeah,
to be great.
they'll have like they're more nachos, traditional style food, pretty,
Oh, they have a Philly cheesesteak that's
Oh.
so
Mhm.
delicious.
and they'll have cotton candy.
Yes, they
and-
do.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of the truck again?
Good Grub.
Okay, Good Grub. Good Grub from Texas City?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're fairly new, but they've already times and they are good.
Yeah, they are good. I've had a lot of their stuff too.
Yeah.
So they'll Valentine's night.
Yes.
Okay.
Still come have date night with us and hang out, and there's food there. We make it like very easy for couple. You can bring the kids too.
Yeah. Everybody's on the date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is Valentine's normally like at Bay Area Raceway? Is it kind of like, hey, dates like adults or teenagers, or it's
we definitely get the teen dates because it's an obvious go-to cute date for teens. So we do get that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, through the years, honestly, the adult dates have really been picking up, and it's always fun to see an older generation come in and they're like, okay, we're gonna race each other and we're gonna do this, and they've already had dinner, so it's always the later time, and but they get out there and you see these couples that are just getting super competitive.
Yeah.
We dress up the track, and
Yes.
we love to be a part of people's Valentine's night. It's sweet to see couples come.
like Master Chief going to be out there? Like dressing
Maybe.
we can maybe get some Master Chief. Yes.
I like
yes.
that.
That'll be you in a diaper.
Okay, we can work that out.
We can make
That's
this
fine,
happen.
yeah.
I just, if people can start liking and commenting on this post, 100 likes should get us
A diaper.
you in
Me
a
in a
diaper.
diaper.
On Valentine's Day,
Wow.
on the go-kart
Your
track.
poor-
That would be great.
Should we ask her?
She supports me.
That's hilarious.
Yes, that is funny. That's be something different. I've seen people asking suggestions like, "Hey, where's reservations?" or "I'm cooking dinner. We cook a lot. I want to go out." But if you do something different, that's something you're gonna make it memorable for
Absolutely.
sure. Like if you took your date to Bay Area Raceway and just had fun, like a
Yes.
throwback to.
It's so much fun. And we don't, it's not, there's no reservations required.
No.
It's
Mhm.
not, you don't have to get super dressed up. Come in your jeans and t-shirt. Be
But can
comfortable.
you?
You can come dress up. Actually, we've had
We
people.
encourage everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come as you are, friend.
I've had people from prom up in there,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
full gowns, and we're trying to figure out a way to get them in the go-kart so that nothing flies off. So we work with all kinds of things.
No, yeah. Come anyway. I don't know. We've seen people in Indian outfits. So let's,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
let's do this.
All over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So it works out for us.
So yeah, Valentine's Day. You want to wear your wedding day or something?
Do
I don't
it.
know.
Oh
I'm
my
happy
gosh.
to see customer
Can
cupids
we-
too. So
the first couple that comes in their wedding outfit, we'll
Oh my
we'll
God.
give them something.
that would be amazing.
What should we do?
Has anybody ever gotten married there?
Okay, so I've done not marriage, but we've had engagements, and we've had so they got engaged. Their first date was at the track, and they did a whole photo shoot there of
cool, yeah.
for their engagement photos. And I thought that was about the
I
sweetest
can-
thing ever. And of course, they were like, the game we loved and we played on the most was Cyclone, and they did a whole thing. And it's an old game. It's a very popular old game.
We can ordain Mario.
I know,
You know?
right? He'd be down for it.
I feel like it's online. You want to marry people? We can get you ordained really quickly.
I am ordained, so I just need a Mario costume, and I'd be
I've got
good
it. I've got you covered.
Okay, listeners. Who wants to get married at the track on Friday?
Yeah. I've married one couple.
Aw.
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, someone asked me if I would marry him later this fall, and I was like, "Yeah, send me the info. I'll do it."
That's amazing.
So it's another friend in Houston somewhere.
Let's do this.
He hasn't sent me the information.
Yes.
So
yeah.
maybe I should just move the wedding to Bay Area Raceway.
There you go. Let's make it happen.
And then everybody can go race.
Yeah, it's a lot closer.
Hopefully
Yes.
that new husband knows to let his wife win, you know?
I mean,
They
although
don't know that yet.
I will tell you though, it's hilarious when you get those couples get competitive and the men, the husbands or the boyfriends, and they really do lose. They're like, we're doing this again. We have to do this.
We have
again.
those new carts, so
Yes, and
it's
it's
even
the
better.
best.
There are some age requirements
Yes.
for the new carts.
Not so much age, because it's you do have to have a valid driver's license for the new pro karts because they are so fast.
Really?
Yes.
Like, how fast are we talking?
So with go karts, there's not a speedometer. So to figure
Mm-hmm.
out the miles per hour is complicated. It actually takes a formula based off of gear ratio, so on and so forth. But they can do it off of the RPMs from 30 to 35 miles per hour.
Man, that's cool.
And on a turn-by-turn track, it feels really fast. It almost feels out of control when you're trying to take the turns.
That's what you want.
And so it takes some driving skill. That's the best
Yeah.
part, is you actually have to apply skill to drive these karts.
Okay, so skill, but are you supposed to slow down on the turns or just floor it?
So it depends on the turn, how sharp it is, where the apex of the turn is, and what's going on, and the type of cart that you're in. This is a 2-wheel drive cart. So the more momentum you have, the easier the cart will turn because it's a 2-wheel versus a 1-wheel drive cart. So it's a you kind of have to finagle it and play around with it.
She's got the long answer. Mine is no.
You just floor it and go and turn. You'll figure it out.
Well, you can lose time per se in the sense of getting around the track and for your speed by creating resistance with the car. So if the car is creating a lot of resistance, you're slowing yourself down.
Okay.
So therefore you're losing speed, even though you are gassed to the floor sort of thing. So there are ways that you can manipulate the cart to go faster. And
Don't ever race Tabitha.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the track.
sorry. I'm just going off on a tangent now.
No, because she'll win, and you're like, but I did so good.
But I never let go of the gas.
And she's like got her eyes closed the whole time because she knows the track. It's not fair. Nobody challenged Tabitha to a race. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
She's been there 25 years, so
That's
no.
ridiculous. But
Yeah.
So we still did good when we had our race.
It was fun. It was
a
so much
blast.
fun.
It's all right. You still lost, though.
I did lose. We lost across the board. But the kids, that's what I kept telling myself. I was like, but the kids with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters program.
It was really cool.
It was
They
had
should do
fun.
that again this summer.
Yes, that was so much fun.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a cool program.
It really is.
So Valentine's Day is on the 14th. That's a Friday.
Yes. Don't
And
forget that.
Y'all mentioned something about, is there some kind of giveaway going on? What's going on?
There is. So we have it's on Instagram and Facebook, and we're doing, the date for 2 at the track for Valentine's. And you have today to still enter. It's a share, like, comment.
Yeah, today's our last day to enter to win. It's for a couple, 2 friends. That was pointed out to me that some people don't have a significant other, but they have besties. So it's for 2 people. It includes dinner for the night, and plus you have a private room to hang out in, where you're going to eat dinner, and 2 1-hour wristbands. So that's on laser tag, unlimited go-karts, plus a 1-hour player's card for our regular games, not our redemption games. So you get to decide what you want to do in that hour, essentially.
Absolutely.
Legit.
Yeah, and then a Bay Area Raceway gift basket. Just some tchotchkes and goodies to have fun with.
I still have my,
Ooh.
I know you're probably keep these.
Probably not.
but I've had it for at least years.
Nice.
I keep it right here with this other chip I
You'd be amazed
have.
how many people actually, littles,
Those are cool.
want to keep a chip.
Yeah.
It is a cool memory. Like, you look at it and you have it and you kind of think about what you did that day.
You're losing 5 tickets, but
I have a card somewhere with tickets on it still.
I have 20.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, that's
Keep
cool.
finding them in the washer. I'm like, oh.
Hey, so we were talking about Valentine's Day, and specifically, the 14th, the date you're able to win at Bay Area Raceway. And it had me thinking, there's this, it's not a meme, it's a video. And I think Wayne Brady's the host. And there's a couple that comes down, and there's a game where, have y'all seen this video? Does any of this sound
where
interesting?
He's like, yeah, we've been together 6 months. And she's like, we're friends.
Yes.
Oh, he got friend zoned
Oh
hard.
man, yeah, it was a couple, and they came in a Volkswagen van or something like that. We came in a 1960
Yeah, and
Volkswagen
he was very
van.
bow tie, and she was just very cute, cute couple, new couple, young
Yeah.
couple. And Wayne Brady's like, so how long have you been together? 6 months. And
oh my
she's
gosh,
like,
I did see this.
no, we're just friends.
And he was like, you see his heart literally break. That's what I got reminded of when you were like, well, not everybody has a significant other. I was like, man, someone's about to get friend zoned hard. They're going to be like, hey, I got this Bay Area Raceway. You want to go?
You want to go, friend?
But that could be, you never know. It could turn into something else. That'd be a story. They get
Absolutely.
married at Bay Area Raceway or something.
Absolutely.
Or they just become better friends.
Basically, they can be best friends
It doesn't
forever.
work.
Or they come together as friends and meet their significant other there.
That's true.
There's so many people. It is a night for couples, but it's also still a fun night for anybody who comes. We have a lot of people come. Families come that night. I know there are a lot of parents who just maybe they don't want to go on a date night just with their spouse, or maybe they can't afford it. So this is an opportunity just to include the kids, make it easy on them.
Yeah, I love including my kids because then it just becomes, more expensive. Like, 'cause you think about if there's childcare and some other stuff. I don't know.
Side of it. Yeah, you don't want to pay for a sitter. And I mean, I have 6 kids, and we like to do things with our kids.
Absolutely.
I mean, why did you have them if you just keep leaving them places? I don't know.
Well, I didn't know if that was a legit question.
Well, I mean,
well, if you have 6 kids, then each one's on a go-kart. and then you're good to go. It's like they're kind of watching themselves, and you have some free time to play laser tag or something else, or you have your whole squad already picked out pretty much.
We don't really have to wait for like friends to play with us. We just go.
Yes, exactly.
We're our own team.
Yeah, there you go. It's actually a common thing because our best friends, and so like they're like, oh, can such and such? I'm like, what's 3 more? At that point, it's like no big deal.
Yeah,
the more the merrier.
That's awesome.
But bring the kids.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an entertainment center. It's not meant for one person or another. It's for everybody.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, can we remind everybody about the President's Day, the blood drive, the 17th?
Yeah, Monday the 17th from noon to 4, Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center will be on site with their coach where you can donate blood. For every person that donates blood gets a free laser tag pass courtesy of the track. Mm-hmm. And Cha-Cha Bowls will be on site as well, noon to 4, feeding everybody. They may stay later. He hasn't decided yet. So just come see us, come hang out. And if you don't donate blood that day, but you still want to donate blood at some point, you can come in and show us that you donated blood, and we'll still honor that free laser tag pass.
In summer, that's good time. The first donate blood.
It's like every time you say that, it's like
y'all should live stream it.
Oh no, they'll
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Area Raceway's Facebook page.
Almost all the employees are donating blood, along with myself. Like everybody's really getting into it. So
yeah. So I lied, like I'm a liar all these years, and just told people I'm anemic. Which is a lot of people's go-to. I'm anemic. Well, chances are you're probably not anemic if you're not getting if you're not taking regular iron pills and
self-diagnosed.
Right,
yes.
Self-diagnosed, which we're all guilty of. But I will put it out there. I'm a liar, and told everybody I'm anemic, and so I'm really not. Apparently, and you can most definitely give blood.
Watch you get in the truck, and they're gonna be like, "You're anemic." You like some habits like.
So when you actually donate blood before, so they're very they take very good care of you. So when you walk into the coach, you fill out some paperwork, you sign some release documents, you give them all your information because they screen your blood for obvious reasons to make sure you're not a carrier of anything or transmitting anything. So it's like 23 screens. So actually it's kind of a free blood test. You're a free health check for you. And they do a little pinprick on your finger, and they'll test your blood even before you give blood. So you'll know before you even have to sit in that chair if you're capable of actually giving blood. And then once that's done, you wait a little bit, hop in the chair, and they do their withdraw, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's about 10-15 minutes, and then you're done. And then they give you some cookies. I'm really excited about these cookies. And they just make sure. And then once you finish the truck, you can come inside and hang out and relax a little bit. Track. So it's easy. And they make it even when you fill out the paperwork on your phone through the app. Yeah, you do it all beforehand. Mm-hmm. Or if you're just not comfortable doing that, or you don't use your phone, if you want to come in, you just fill out the paperwork, or they have a computer, you can sit down and fill it out. They make it really easy.
Yes. Yeah. Someone mentioned earlier that they have, the little coffee mug worth like a gallon. If you keep going, you can go to these different places, and I remember having like these mugs as a kid just from giving blood, which I always thought was a really cool thing. It's like a I don't want to use the word trophy, but it's like a badge. You earned it. It's like, hey, I was able to help, and it's really neat.
So, and that's, you give, we give. So that's why we encourage people to donate blood. But it's really important that we do give. But also on top of that, you get a little something back. You get a free laser tag pass.
Free laser tag.
Laser tag. And then we're going to do it again this summer.
Oh, yes.
So even if you can't make it on President's Day, you should be able to because nobody's in school. We're going to do it again this summer.
Yeah. And you can't use the excuse, well, I can't, the kids are out of school. It's like, that's why you should bring them. The kids are out of school.
It is so good to set that example for our youth to give back. Mm-hmm. It is, and look, I never saw it as a kid, and that's probably why I'm so nervous and scared, is just the idea of someone doing that is, it's a little nerve-wracking. But let's just show our kids, hey, it's easy, it's not scary. It takes less than an hour of our time. We've possibly saved 3 people in that 45 minutes.
Absolutely.
So it's really important that we show our kids that we give back, and we give back locally. Start at home and then branch out. Yeah.
You mentioned something earlier about blood. I mean, I don't know if we ever get into a shortage. I think I have heard, stuff like that before, but it sounds weird. Like, hey, if we get in a situation or a loved one does, and it's like, well, we don't have their blood type, on hand, that's not, not a good thing. So it's like, hey, you need to pay it forward because you never know whenever you're going to need that as well.
Absolutely.
And absolutely for all, anybody who went through Harvey, who experienced that natural disaster, those are one of those situations where needing anybody who's gotten hurt or was injured or went through that and had that traumatic experience, they're going to need stuff like that. And that's where, you're contributing back to your community where it was brought to you in our need when we were in need of it. And so things like that are always something that I always look to as well, because we have these horrible natural disasters that do happen on a regular, because that's the earth and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are these ways that you can make this a little bit easier, and you can help prevent any more damage that's just caused by us not doing something, And so one of the things that, these programs do is they go around and they go to these places where things like this are happening, and, natural disasters happen, and they donate, help out for any of the in need. And so really thrilled that we can contribute now and when it's not in dire need, so that we can continue to contribute when it is.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned, I think y'all are going to probably do another one in the summer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Working on that. It's probably going to be in July, because they do book up fast. Thank God for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they have limited availability, but that does not mean that they're not in need. And if you ever have a question about where to give or how to give or when to give or can I give, I just had a baby, can I give, those types of things, you can go online and to their website, or even call a phone number that I have to ask the questions. There's always somebody there that can walk you through any of your questions. You don't have to wait for us to bring a coach out. You don't have to wait until July when we bring the coach back out. You can go to the blood center, or you can call them and say, where's one by me?
Yeah. Can you give if you've just had a baby? I'm
So
going to guess no. I'm going to guess no. Like,
it's just like with anything else. Your doctor has to release you after that 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So just think of it this way: if you're wanting to give blood, if it's in your heart to go give blood, are you healthy? Do you wake up in the morning, you feel good, you're not on a bunch of medication?
Yeah.
You're not going to the doctors regularly for any sort of, obviously if you have cancer or something like that, you're probably not healthy. So just, are you healthy? Even people with blood pressure issues, they can, if their blood pressure is regulated, even if they're on medication, it's regulated, they're healthy, they haven't had any real issues or problems recently, they can go donate.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that, you hearing you say all that stuff, talking about pregnancy, because my wife is pregnant, but there's so much stuff that I've learned, like if the baby has, this certain kind of blood type, they need to give a shot, or like this stuff that you don't think about until that makes sense, but weird. Like, hey, everybody has a blood type, and it's just the way the world works.
Everybody hears, like, if you're O positive, you can give to anybody, right?
Yeah, right.
You don't hear the other side of that if you're O positive, O negative, you can only receive O positive, O negative. So it's really cool that you have that blood type and you can give to anybody. But just remember, if you're in need.
Correct. Which makes it even more important for you to donate that blood.
And also on top of that, it's like it's not just a blood need, it's a plasma need, it's a platelets need. So that's the three people that I talk about: blood, plasma, platelets, and it gets separated and sent to whoever needs it. And even those have shelf life. I mean, platelets are 5 days, like I said before. You have limited time to use it, and once they don't use it, or once it's gone. It's gone forever. Mm-hmm. So that's why the need is so. You have to.
It's continuous.
Donate. Yeah, it's all the time.
I tagged Bill Nye the Science Guy on Facebook, so hopefully he can answer some questions.
Bill, where you at?
Bill, if you want to tune in or share this video, we're talking about the blood drive taking place at Bay Area Raceway, February 17th. That's President's Day, which means your kids off of something to do, and the house gets really small on those days.
Yes, it does.
And on Mondays we offer our after school special.
Yes.
What is it?
So it's from 2 to noon, not noon. Nope. 2 to 5.
There you go. It's like a happy hour for kids.
It's a happy hour for kids. It's $20.
Yes.
And they get
an hour band and a $5 player card.
Yeah. So that hour band gets them to do go-karts, laser tag. It's just $20.
See, I like that, like a kid's happy hour, like Sonic and you guys. They're the only ones that do it. It's like it doesn't for the little guys,
Now it was after school. It's happy hour.
Kids happy hour.
Happy hour.
There's no alcohol involved.
Yes. So, there's something that I want to bring up, and it has nothing to do with Bay Area Raceway. But Tabitha, your hair is like always really cool, right? Like different colors.
Yes.
And I noticed you had posted a picture on, I think, Instagram the other day, and you have a really cool car. Is it a 4Runner? It's a Toyota?
So we do have, we do have a 4Runner, the TRD Pro.
Yeah, and you park next to another one.
Yes.
And it's pretty similar to the blue of your hair. It's a little, but
that
I just thought
blue.
it was cool. Yeah.
She's going to match.
Well, and I drive the truck mostly, so yeah, I don't get the luxury of matching the 4Runner as much, but she's definitely a pretty vehicle, and we're very partial to our Toyotas.
They like
obviously.
things with wheels.
We do. We got motorcycles and
2
trucks
wheels,
and
4
go-karts.
Yeah. What's the most fun thing that you've ever driven or rode?
Oh God, that would easily be my dirt bike.
The dirt bike.
Yes,
so cool.
I've been doing. My dad got me into motorcycles. Like I got my first motorcycle when I was 8 years old. So, and it was a pink Yamaha 50, and I still remember. And it was at a go-kart track. I had my birthday party, and my dad took my motorcycle around the go-kart track.
Really?
My dad, who is 6'4".
He's a big guy. He's tall.
Yeah, he's huge, and he's on that little pink Yamaha 50 with his knees next to us, and he took it around the go-kart track, which I thought was hilarious. And just showing me, the go-kart, the motorcycle running and stuff. And I raced that dirt bike for a couple years, and then I moved up, and you move up in bikes as you get older, and so
there's a Yamaha dealer off 1765, so where Kelly's Country Cooking is, and you go a little bit further down.
Yep.
It's considered Texas City, even though like I grew up my whole life in Lamarck, and I was like, that's Lamarck, but it's literally that line right there. And if you go in there, they have a line of dirt bikes starting from, I'm exaggerating, but as big as this pin, like it's tall. To like these big ones.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I'm like, who's riding this? But it was you.
Yeah. Well,
you were the one.
And I actually started pretty late in like my kid career, so to speak. Like, typically they start kids at 4 and they have little training wheels for the dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So you put these little training wheels on them, and I tried with all my might to get my oldest to, but she is definitely, she knew who she was. She is my prima ballerina and dancer child, and she was just not feeling it.
Yeah.
So
you have 3 girls, right?
I do.
Did either of the other 2 pick up on it?
My middle child, she is my musician, so to speak. So she's my violinist. My youngest, she's 5. She's my, she's probably going to. She would be the kid that would take to it. She's enthusiastic about any sort of thrill. She's crazy.
She won't do it just to spite her.
That's true, and she's very opinionated for
her. None of my kids ride. I started riding 8-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And none of them care. They just
really
don't care.
Yeah, my son, I wanted to get him to play basketball and then like guitar.
Let's put him on a bike.
He's just like, man, yeah, he probably would. He's like, I want to play soccer. I was like, we aren't playing soccer, son. we don't do that. That's not what we're gonna do today. But yeah, I think it's almost like a spite thing. Like, I don't want to. But it's like, okay, you got to let them find their own thing.
Although all of my kids love being on motorcycles. So they'll ride with me or with my dad. And my dad's one of those people that I would trust an infant with him on a motorcycle. He's just been riding for so long. He's so skilled in it. And so like, I still remember my dad, and he's going to hate that I'm announcing this. He had a baby Bjorn on with my littlest sister riding around on the motorcycle.
Okay.
So like a baby when she was a baby.
Like a baby. But it was great. We have pictures of it, and it was great.
Listeners are like,
oh my God.
Yeah, everyone gasped in unison. How old are you? How much older are you than your sister?
So my youngest sibling, I'm 20 years older.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then my youngest brother, I'm 10 years older. So I'm the oldest. So yeah.
Man, you should have been like, why didn't you do that with me, Dad?
You're
like 20 years old.
I've been on a motorcycle since I was 2.
Well,
okay.
you can still strap her. Maybe awkward.
Your dad's a big guy. Like,
yeah, I know.
Big
It's
man.
true.
If anybody could do it, he could figure it out.
Well, he could definitely figure it out.
I mean, I still remember he had a Valkyrie. That's a big. It's a big motorcycle, and he was, with the sissy bars on the back, and I'm sitting on the back, and he's doing wheelies with me on the back, like. He's that skilled.
Like, really?
Yeah.
It happened.
That happened, and it's a calculated risk, but he's very skilled.
She says that, and I'm remembering the time I fell off the bike doing wheelies.
Oh no!
Yeah, and that was fun. So
yeah.
I'm not discouraging people to do wheelies, or maybe I am, but just hold on.
Take it as you will, right? Have whatever it means to you. Is there a dream bike or dirt bike or vehicle or car like for either one of y'all?
Oh yeah.
And what is it?
Go ahead, Summer. I'll let you go.
Oh, I'm currently coveting Cafe Racers, if anybody knows what that is. Oh. I have a bobber, which is like those real low, kind of chopped up looking bikes with a really cute Hello Kitty sticker.
It does have
so
a Hello
if you see
Kitty.
me riding around, that's me.
That's awesome.
Or a Gixxer.
Oh yeah,
They're just really fast.
Yeah,
you have
had
to be
a Gixxer,
a very solid rider.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you really do. Well, car wise, it's always been a '66 Mustang Fastback. That's been like since I was 10. I already know everything I want to do to it. I know color, everything. Like I've had that dream car in my head since I was 10 years old, and I saw it in League City at the car show, and that's when I fell in love with it.
At 10?
At 10. And it was at Old League City's Park when they had the car show. I don't know if they still do the car shows there, but they used to have a bunch of car shows there. And we would go on the weekend and look at the cars. And I just remember seeing that car and just falling in love with it. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And, but yeah, 66 Fastback. And I so move around on motorcycles. Like I love Cafe Racers. Always will. I mean, I have a Harley Davidson. I've had KTMs. I'm a huge KTM fan, like so much so that we literally sport the brand on everything sort of thing. And that KTM orange is a solid color. We sport everywhere. My dad and I both, because we're obsessed with KTMs. So it's hard for me to pin down motorcycle wise, but a Cafe Racer is kind of one
anything
of those.
with 2 wheels.
Yeah, really anything. It's an addiction. It really is. And it's like this weird thing that like I crave riding. Like her and I really have this in like a familiar thing where we're like, okay, I've been like needing to ride. It's a need. If I don't do it, I get sad. Yeah. Like
most people who've been on a bike probably can relate.
Yeah,
really, even riders on the back of a bike with a friend or a spouse, you can relate. It feels so good to get on the bike and just kind of let the wind hit you. And yeah, it's very freeing.
It's my wellness. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah,
it really is my wellness. It's how I take care of myself.
Have y'all ever seen a kid or an adult get that way with the go-karts? Like I need to do it.
Oh yes, we have regulars. They come once a week, and it's we have a dad and a son that come once a week, and they come. And they ride their go-karts. They play the same games. It's their thing that they do together, and the kid loves it. And those are the kind of things that we legitimately see often, and I love that.
I feel that way too when I get on the go-karts. It's just fun.
Well, I think it's the wind, just the open air and everything else that all.
It's really the appeal of an outdoor track too.
Yeah,
it really is. Like it's different when you go and do indoor tracks. It's for me not the same experience as an outdoor. Track setup, and so I've always enjoyed the outdoor one. And we've talked about doing an indoor track before, and because we're so partial to the outdoor experience, that I think that's why we've always leaned towards an outdoor track.
Well, I know y'all did some, renovations and are always like upgrading and like new things. Maybe like a tunnel, or I don't know, like
it's actually something we've talked about,
like an overbridge.
Yeah.
It would be cool. We do have like our Mario weekends where you can come and ride with. And we have a Mario that dresses up, and you can buy water balloons for $2 a bag, and you get like 8 water balloons. But if we had like a bridge over, you could stand over and just chuck it at people.
Yeah,
I mean, but that'd
be awesome.
Yes,
maybe a temporary like Super Mario bridge, like, where it's all painted, really cool.
We could do a walking bridge. The problem we've actually we've gone in the details of putting in a bridge for the go-karts, and the necessities that would be needed to do that wouldn't work out very well for the go-karts, unfortunately. Because
we don't have the technology yet.
It's not so much the technology, it's engine wear versus, there's details that people don't realize that you really have to consider, and the damage it does to the karts, and how it would affect the actual ride and the person enjoying it. And the concept is wonderful and it can be fun, but it just didn't work out technically. Yeah. And it's because of our area. A lot of it is really to do with where we're at. There are people that have bridges and the tunnel things, and then like almost like the roller coaster style where it goes up and up. Those are wooden tracks. I can't do a wooden track here.
We're right on the water.
We're on the water. It's just such an issue.
What about ramps?
You're not going to get what you want today.
Just like going airborne over somebody else.
Oh my gosh,
I think that's a huge liability.
Yeah, my insurance company might not like that.
Tell them. Just won't tell them. I don't know.
And they have the so past the tracks is this big pavilion where they've got 2 outdoor pavilions for outdoor parties, which is great for Houston because we're like this one season.
We are one season.
City.
Yeah.
Well, maybe two.
Yeah.
Occasionally two.
Mm-hmm.
But you can come out and throw a big party back there in the lawn, and we also do our movies on the lawn in the summer, especially where it's totally free to families. You just come and hang out with us, watch a movie. We do family-friendly movies. We did movies during October that were more Halloween-ish.
Yeah, y'all did like cool movies.
Yeah, we try to do 90s style.
Yeah, we do dope movies like The Addams Family, Beetlejuice. Like we do cool. We're cool.
Yeah, but y'all did like even like with the 90s stuff. It was along the lines of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and stuff like that. Sandlot,
Sandlot, yeah.
And we did that on purpose because we just celebrated our 25th anniversary, so we're still kind of in that 90s theme. But we love feedback. I mean, if somebody really wanted to see a movie and it aligned with how cool we are, so we might consider it.
then it will work.
But it doesn't take much for us to put a movie together.
No, it doesn't.
And we have on those nights we either have pizza brought in, so you can buy dinner, and it's $10 for pizza and 4 drinks. So it's and then a free. Can't go to a movie theater and get that. And then other nights we've had food trucks on site.
Yeah.
And if you really want to bring in your own food, we don't discourage that.
No, we don't.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Hey, and we're going to touch on the blood drive at least one more time. But are there any other upcoming events or anything else y'all wanted to share about?
We're going to be doing an Easter. Doing our first annual Easter egg hunt this year.
Cool.
So.
It's totally free.
Yes.
Everything that we bring to our community, because we've been here 25 years, because the community has supported us so much, especially during Harvey, we saw a lot of outreach and just even kind words. We got a lot of kind words. And because of that, this last year, this 25th year has been about giving back and making sure that our customers, our community, our friends, our partners know that we love them.
Absolutely.
We want to do fun things for you, and where we're not taking a book. Is we want to be able to share that we do see it, we do appreciate it, and we want to hang out with you more.
We acknowledge our success. I feel like our business is a success, and with that success, my dad has always instilled this mentality in me of, if we're successful, we want to bestow that upon the people that have helped us be successful. We love helping those who helped, and so I want to give back to that, and we're really, like she said, trying to focus on how we can provide for the community and really bring that back about, because our eyes were really opened with how we were affected with Harvey, and really were just taken aback with that, and it was truly touching to see everybody that came together and really helped us in those scenarios.
Yeah, after Harvey, there were so many businesses, churches, individuals who are displaced and not able to. But for y'all to be able to get back and operational and improve, it really speaks a lot about y'all's business and the support y'all have from the community and people coming in and wanting to make sure that they support you guys.
Yeah.
So that's a really
why we
big
do free
testament.
Things like our Easter egg hunt, and it'll be. Just watch for it on social media.
Yes.
Check out our events calendar on our website, www.bayareraceway.com. But it's totally free, and it's going to be 2 age groups. We're going to have an Easter bunny out there, and lots of eggs.
Yes.
I'm not packing them, but she is.
I am, and that's my job. No, and we'll have 2 separate times. One for the younger kids, one for the older kids. Having my own kids and doing many of these, we know that routine about how you do not put the older ones with the younger ones.
So
That's
mean.
bad.
Yeah, they like push people over, but
it's sometimes the parents too.
It really is.
Well,
sometimes.
you wait for the kids. Hey, parents, here's the tip: wait for the kids to come back, then take their stuff.
Yeah.
But watch out for the date, because it's not going to be that Easter weekend.
Correct.
Okay.
We're
It's
doing
going to
it
be the weekend before. And here's why we did that: because we know people are going to be saddled with family obligations, church obligations, other events that they want to go do this, they want to go do that. So we let's make it simple. We still want to hang out with everybody for Easter, and we even have family obligations the week.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do this thing where it's like a helicopter drop with eggs. And last year we did about 10,000 eggs. And it was like, hey, that's awesome. It's 10,000. I'm not even joking. But I'm not joking. I'm serious, because we started buying it directly after Easter last year. So I think we're doing 100,000.
Oh, my goodness.
Like 100,000 eggs. I'm not joking. They're like here. And some of them are already like stuffed. And
Oh my
there's been like
gosh.
parties going on,
Oh,
but they
yeah.
do it from a helicopter.
Where do you drop it? Like Galveston Bay? Where do you drop that?
No, so
Swim,
okay.
little baby.
So if you were, in the studio we were at, if you went out on the street and you went to the right, so the church owns about 80 acres,
Okay.
and there's a giant, field over there, and so but separating the kids and the ages and all that, it's very important, especially
Yes.
whenever you do something like that,
Yeah.
because we don't want to drop eggs on people's heads.
Yeah, exactly.
But
From that height, isn't that
do
pretty
you?
dangerous?
yeah, parents, you guys are y'all can be brutal out there. Because once the eggs start dropping, they're like pushing their kids, go, and they're running themselves. Like, stop, wait. So the helicopter's dropping, and then they're like, got to go back around and avoid the kids. Okay, we're gonna drop over there, and then the next,
So we're not going to compete with that.
Yeah, we're not
doing
dropping eggs
any
from
sort
a
of
helicopter.
drop or 100,000 eggs. I mean, we're going to have a substantial amount, but it is our first year.
Yes.
What are y'all gonna have in there? Like, what are we stuffing?
Oh, so it'll obviously be candies. I'm
You
actually
need like tickets.
Yes, so
Ooh,
that's kind of one of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in some ticket prizes. There'll be a few that have go-karts or laser tag in
I like that.
them. So they're going to be stuffs in there. But
You're
a lot.
too old.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
I'm too old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do
I was really
it.
hoping there was going to be some of these.
There
The
might,
Wizard of Oz,
there
like push
might
game.
be.
These what would you call this? Like just like a token, a coin, a chip.
It's a chip. Yeah.
What's
it's
the game called? Like, is it a pusher?
It's a pusher.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
It's a Wizard of Oz pusher. It's my
Yes.
favorite thing in there.
That's my favorite
It's
one,
so
too.
addicting. It's an addicting game.
I worked there and put money on cards
Yes.
so I could play
Yes.
it. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of ridiculous. What are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing.
and it's a simple, it's a simple game because it is a pusher game, but it's one of my
feel
most
like such a winner.
yeah, it's one of my most popular games.
It's
It's
just
so
like falls
addictive.
down. It's like
And parents and I joke about it all the time because they'll come up, they're like, I didn't realize I was there so long. I'm like, I know, I get it. I see it all the time.
$150 later.
Yeah.
And you've won like a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It is worth it.
No, I get people who, we have regulars who come for that game and they get the little the sets of the cards, because if you get one of each of the characters, you get 5,000 tickets, and they legitimately win that over and over.
Yeah, we have one family that comes in regular. He's got like 12,000 tickets on his card, and he's like,
And then he spins
get a
it.
Snickers bar.
Yeah, well,
That's it.
well, they're the ones they wait for us to when we get our fresh stock of all the goods, like we get our
Yeah.
new drones
We got some
and
cool
yeah,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
Drones.
that. Like
We got drones.
we right now have a 3-in-1 drone that is a boat, it's a car, and it's a drone.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
So, just to touch on the Easter egg hunt, there is because I said you are too old, so the
I'm only like 33 and a half, okay?
yeah, that half is what pushes you over. But the cutoff age is 13.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then we'll have one for littles and one
Yes.
for the bigs.
Yes.
But yeah, so bring your kids if they're.
Yeah.
We want to see you, and they'll get lots of cool prizes.
My kids, so I can send them to go find some of these.
Yes. Gather all those chips for you.
Get 'em,
Maybe
bring
we
them to
should
daddy
do like a golden egg.
Oh yeah.
with an unlimited like play card for like a day or something.
Oh, that'd
that'd
be
be
great.
legit.
That's
Or
be great.
even, hey, if there's any partners out there that want to put stuff in that golden
That'd be
egg.
great.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea
Yeah,
too.
like a pizza.
Yeah.
Well, not the pizza.
No, I
Not
want
the
a-
actual pizza, but maybe a receipt
He's
that
like,
gets you a
no,
pizza.
I want the
We want the pizza in there, like just like a pepperoni or something.
One little pepperoni.
Yeah, but it's like redeem this real pepperoni for a real pepperoni
And then somebody
pizza.
eats it, and you're like, "Oh, you just
Yeah,
ate my pizza."
that was a,
That's not a good marketing ploy because those eventually go back. Tons of preservatives, but no, don't do that.
yeah.
If anybody's listening, don't do that.
Lots of good ideas getting thrown out right now.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So we're just about out of time.
Okay.
We got a couple minutes left, but I know that there's the event on Monday. Can you remind everybody, why they should attend? And I know there's an incentive you guys are doing. When is it?
Yes.
So Monday, the 17th from noon to 4, Gulf Coast Blood Bank. I'm always going to trip over that word. Gulf Coast Regional Blood Bank will be on site with their coach, allowing people to give blood donations. If you have any questions about can I give, should I give, you can log on to their website or call them on their phone number and ask all the questions. Or you can even call us.
Yeah.
We'll help you out. We'll give you the number.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. And Cha-Cha Bowls will be on site as well.
Yeah.
So just remember, you have to be 16 or older to give blood. 16-year-olds need a parental consent. So moms and dads, just don't send them. Come with them. Actually, moms and dads, come with them. Show
Give
them
blood.
what it looks like to donate blood.
Yes.
Be a good example for your kiddos. Even if you can't donate that day, you can still go to any blood bank and donate, and we will honor that with a laser tag pack. Donates, gets a free
Mm-hmm.
We are doing this because we want to help you guys give back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
So this is a funny question, but are you guys hiring?
We are always considering hiring.
Yeah.
So there's never an opportunity. Like if somebody comes in and I am just loving the feel and they are 100% rocking the interview and they're really wanting to work, we will hire them.
Seems like a fun job. That should be on the thing. Like, are you willing to give blood at the blood bank,
Right.
drive that we're doing?
Yes.
No. Next.
Yeah.
We need all our employees to give
And
blood.
we have a lot of our employees
Yes,
who want
they're
to
really-
donate blood.
Yes, I'm super proud of them right now. Like they really have come together and they've stepped up. They've booked their appointments for that day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And even the ones that are working that day, they're giving blood.
So you can book your appointment. So say like, hey,
They just want the hour break.
Exactly.
But no, I'm just messing. No,
you can
that's
go
cool.
online and book your appointment. So if you
Okay.
know that you have, I'm free. Go online. You can even click that you're Area Raceway, and it'll book your appointment
Yes,
for you.
it's
So
very
you just-
simple.
It's so easy, and then you fill out all your paperwork right there while you're booking your appointment. Say you're at the office today,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to schedule that. Go ahead and pre-schedule it. You can do it all online right there. And so when you get there, you show your ID, and you're good to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for hanging out today.
Thank you
you.
so much.
All right. So
Appreciate it.
President's Day, 12 to 4,
Yes.
February 17th. Go out to Bay Area Raceway, and you can donate some. Get a free laser tag pass, and you can also lives. This is KHEA Radio. All right, Facebook, social media, podcasts. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day.